Welcome to Danica Daycast.
Danica. You know what episode we're at?
No, educate
24.
me. 24.
That's how many hours are in a day. Except, okay, the one thing that's always thrown me off is every year we have a 23-hour day and we have a 25-hour day. Every year.
Why is that? Is that
because we keep making the clocks go forward and back and forward and back, and I've had enough of it. Because, right, like, on the day that the clocks go back, right, you get an extra hour, right? It goes, I think they do it at like 2 or 3 in the morning or something like that. So it goes from being 2 a.m. to 1 a.m. So you have 2 1 a.m.s.
But why did
so that's a 25-hour day.
It's like they don't want us to sleep.
But another day, no, that day, that's like extra sleep, right? When they go back, extra sleep. Other day, then yeah, you lose an hour.
Yeah.
And then you have a 23-hour day.
Yeah.
And that freaks me out.
That's not okay, people. Stop doing that.
Is it on like the same like calendar day every year? Because
I
what
don't
if it's
remember.
if it is, what if it's your birthday? That means every year your birthday would be like an hour shorter.
That's so
You'd have
bad.
one less hour to celebrate. But also if your birthday is like on, you know, the day the clocks go back, you get a bonus hour. Bonus hour for a bonus birthday.
Wasn't it because of the military? And then they blamed it on the farmers.
I always was told farmers, and then you give me your parents are farmers, so you give me other stories. Nobody wants to take accountability for this.
Yeah, no one wants to.
No one wants to accept it. Daylight savings. But that's what I was told. I was told they're saving the daylight for the farmers. It's so the farmers have more time to do their farmings.
It's a hassle for us.
Well, you're not a farmer.
Yeah, I'm not a farmer.
But it's I don't know. I don't like it. It doesn't make sense to me. It's a weird way of doing things. And I don't know. We live in the beautiful, well, kind of beautiful. It's fine. We live in the province of Ontario. Goodish province. It's good. Like, I like the province. I don't like the man running it. But my point is that, like, I think we agreed that if, like, Quebec and, like, New York, like, agree to, like, get out of daylight savings time, like, we would too. And everyone's like, I'll do it if you do it. I'll do it if you do it. But no one's doing it.
Yeah, I want it now to stop now.
I want it now. Stop it. But I think it's going to be one of those things that, like, down the line will tell.
They're just going to drag their feet.
But we'll tell, like, the future generations, like, back
Please
when I was your
us.
age. No, they'll be helped. I think it's going away soon. Like, I think maybe we got another year or two of it. But, like, no, I think.
It's going to drag their feet forever.
We'll look at, like, our grandchildren one day and be like, when I was your age, our clocks changed. And they'll go, why, Grandpa, why? And I'll go, nobody really knows. Some say it was for the farmers. The farmers say it was for the military. The military say it was for Blockbuster Video. You know? I think that's what we got ahead of us.
You and your old man voice.
Oh! Being old's going to be great. I can't wait.
Well, you're already doing the noises when you put on your shoes.
I don't go. Ah!
Yeah, you do.
I do know some. Okay. Sometimes I do, but that's more for like fun. I'll go like ah.
No, I feel like it's just a thing now.
But if I do my here's the thing though. If I do my old people like noises when I'm old, sorry. If I do my old people noises when I'm young, does that mean that I'll make young people noises when I'm old?
No.
What even is a young person noise? Oh, youth. Is that what they say?
No. They just sound more like, I don't know, like tiny voices. I don't know.
Tiny voices.
Or like when you hear that like weird shift in your voice. Like, you know, when you're a pubescent boy and you're like, yeah.
Do you think that's going to happen to me when I'm old?
No. I'm just saying
wanna
that's
go through,
maybe how youth is.
So does Benjamin Button, I've never seen the movie, does he go through like reverse puberty? Does his like chest hair like grow back in?
I think it just falls off and then it doesn't grow back.
Benjamin Button.
I don't think hair can do that.
If I told my joke on this podcast about how I want to tell people I've like reverse Benjamin Button disease, that's where I was like start as a baby and I get old.
But then everybody is.
Actually, that's a movie that like we're seeing my family in a couple days, including my teenage brothers. We should ask them if they know what Benjamin Button is. Because I feel like anyone our generation knows about it.
You
but
don't think that your brother's seen it?
No, I haven't seen it.
But wasn't there a meme of it?
Was there?
I don't remember, but I thought there was a meme.
How sad.
I don't remember.
How unfortunate. But no, it's weird to think like the things that are like culturally significant to us are so because kind of we lived through when everyone was all like woo about it, right? But there's like many things that don't get all woo anymore, you know? And it's always older people will go like, what? You don't know this band? This band was huge in like the 70s, the 80s, whatever.
So you're starting to feel old because you're like, oh, remember this?
I'm always thinking about time. I'm always feeling old before I get old. I'm not 42 yet, so I got a ways to go. But
you and your I'm old when I'm 42.
Yeah, that's when old age begins.
Don't believe your shenanigans.
But no, you know, I don't know what. You know when like an old person's like, what? You haven't heard of this band? They were so big like 50 years ago. Oh, right?
Yeah, it's 50 years ago.
But it's always like, okay, but do you know like the music that's big now? Like, do you know? I was going to list popular groups. I don't know who's pop. I know. I was going to say Doja Cat, but Doja Cat's like 5 years ago is when like she started doing stuff. Do I know anyone that's recent? Like, do I know any like new, recent popular artists? Like a Harry Styles. It was still he was One Direction. He's been doing it for a good minute.
Yeah.
All the young pop artists I can think of are just old people. I know there's someone called Ice Spice. I don't know what kind of music she makes. I've seen her name pop up. I know she was in a Taylor Swift concert. There was Olivia Rodrigo. She had that Good For You song a couple years ago. She's new.
No,
but
you're
really,
just
can you
trying
name?
To prove that you're not old.
Can you name like a? Or there's like BB No Money. Is he new though, or No Dollar? I don't know. The edamame guy.
I don't remember.
This is going to be a boring podcast. Me going, I remember my youth.
I remember my youth, and this is what I remember. And you can't even remember.
I can't remember a thing, so it's all good. I'm always like behind with stuff. I always like learn about the cool stuff like years later. I think one difference though is like sometimes when it comes to stuff that like you'll hear played constantly, you go, crap, I've heard that song too many times. Stuff gets overplayed, you know?
Yeah.
But then like, you know, years later down the road, you'll go back and be like, oh, that's kind of a bop. Like I've talked before about how like Lady Gaga, right? Like I was always like, although I was also like a moody little 12-year-old or 11-year-old, whatever. I was not interested in pop music at the time, but I was like, Lady Gaga, she's got no talent. She's blah, 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 blah. But like,
what? She's so good.
That's how I felt at the time. And I thought like, oh, the lyrics don't mean anything. It's not about,
they mean everything.
I don't know, darkness and whatever I was listening to at the time. But maybe it's because I'm older. Maybe it's because like it's not being played as much anymore. But like I listened to her first album for the first time like a week ago when we were like making dinner together. Like I was like, hey, you know, play whatever her first album was.
What? You've played it before?
Not the whole thing.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
No.
You're just getting old and you don't remember.
My brain.
My
Anyways,
brain.
It was a bop. It was a bop from beginning to end. You know, it was a good time. So maybe that's who I'll be with. I don't know, Billy Flubu and the Toenail Gang.
What are you talking about?
What are the bands? You know, like Sally and the Crystal Seekers, or like.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Or Bill Billerson.
Who's Billerson? What?
Or like Sandy.
Are you dreaming
Sandy
right now?
and the
What's happening?
Sandy and the Eyeball Gals.
I don't know what's happening.
So anyways, what I love is like a lot of people listen to podcasts to like gain knowledge and gain not this one.
And you're just saying whatever words come to mind.
Yeah.
You're like Sally Sue.
But to be fair, like one of the big reasons we do this podcast is just kind of share who we are with the world. And we do talk about stuff that I think has like some value to it, you know? When I talk about the tism and you talk about the dyslexia and all those things. I think that has value. And when we tell people Spy Kids 3D is the best film, that too. When it comes to current artists, but yeah, no, I'm always behind on stuff. I'm always behind on video games. Like I'm in like 2018 right now with video games because I just beat God of War, and now the game I'm playing through right now is Spider-Man 2018, and I love that game. I have one huge issue with the game.
Oh, the backpacks
The
everywhere.
The backpacks. Okay, first of all, great fun little thing to do. I like it. Swing around, get a bag, go, ooh, what's inside?
But why
and
did
then
you
keep
leave
going.
it there in the first place?
But that's the thing, right? So the whole thing, this isn't spoiling anything about this like 5-year-old game, but the whole thing is like you swing around in Spider-Man 2018. There's your main missions. There's little stuff you can do on the side. You can stop crime. You can do like research stuff. Also, one of the things is like Peter Parker forgot his old backpack that has a little trinket in it from the past somewhere around the city.
Yeah, but why?
Well, the game sets it up like, oh, I put this here forever ago and I forgot about it. About it. Whoa.
Did he...
But it doesn't make sense for a few reasons, actually. First of all, reason number one, he has like 100 backpacks. He has a lot of backpacks, all with like a single thing in them.
Well, it's because he thought he lost his first one, so then he bought a new one. But how much money does Spider-Man have? I thought he was like a poor guy.
Yeah, he
Like,
is. Maybe that's why. Maybe he spends all his money on backpacks.
Yeah, maybe.
You think he bulk buys them? Like he goes to Costco, gets like a pack of 10 at a time?
Yeah.
Okay, but here's my real issue. My issue with the backpack thing in Spider-Man 2018. There's maybe like 100 bags around the city, right? You're supposed to go find them. And he's like, oh crap, I forgot this. I gotta get it. In Spider-Man, just in general in Spider-Man, his webbing, like, it's not there like permanently. Like it dissolves. Give it an hour, maybe 2, and the webbing dissolves, okay? Spider-Man's webbing will dissolve after like an hour or 2, and then poof, it's gone, right? That way, if he like webs up someone like to a wall, they're not there for like the rest of eternity, you know, and the cops can come, wait for him to dissolve, you know, take him away, yada, 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 yada. So if there's 100 backpacks webbed to these walls, and Spider-Man's like, oh, I gotta go find this. I lost my bag. Hoo-hoo. That means that about an hour ago, he lost all of these bags across New York City and suddenly has to go get them? That doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't sit right with me. I love collecting them and I go, whoo, whoo, whoo. But it breaks me every time I get one. There's the fun in my heart. My heart sings and it soars to the skies. But then my brain, it brings me back down to reality. And I go, this superhero game isn't realistic. He would have had to put these all up an hour ago. How is he that forgetful? How did he get through the city in that much time? It doesn't work. Insomniac, Spider-Man 2, figure something else out. He tied him to a tree with some rope. Maybe he got some stuck on some gum. Maybe come up with a new villain, Mr.
Some old lady got it.
An old lady got it. Or the new villain, Mr. Glue Man, you know, Mr. Glue Man, and he glues everything.
No.
He glues it all.
Stop trying to make new villains.
I want in.
You can't do that.
Put me in the
Not
writer's
right
room,
on the
Insomniac.
spot.
I'm your guy. But yeah, I don't know. Other than that, I've been enjoying the game. It's a game that my friends have been telling me for years, like, Dan, you gotta play it. And I'm like, I know, but my issue is I have too many good games. And like $80 for a new game, that's a lot of buckaroos. For that price, you could buy 2 Danica Daydreams t-shirts.
Yeah,
or
2 of them.
1 crew neck and still have like $20. Or you could get 20 stickers or 20 pins. Or you could get a print and some other things. DanicaDaydreams.ca or DanicaDaydreams.com. We got art that will make you fart.
No.
Can that be our line?
Not fart.
Well, our whole thing is that like we have our murder-free guarantee. And I keep telling you to bring that up to customers when we do markets, and you never do.
But they don't. It's weird talking about murder with someone you just met.
No, it's our murder-free guarantee. We guarantee that our T-shirts will not come to life and kill you or a loved one.
But I think they know that.
Well, they don't, because we haven't told them yet. Because I always say, Monica, customers are really connecting with you. You gotta let them know. You're almost there now. Finish it up, bring them in for the close that sale. They say, wow, I love the art. Wow, I love how soft the shirt is. But they need that third thing. These things move in threes.
But you said it once.
But I can't do all the selling, Monica. I'm doing my best here.
Doing it
but this is a
too.
team effort. This is a team. Well, you're forgetting the murder-free guarantee.
Because it's awkward. How do you go up to someone and say, hey, we got a murder-free guarantee, and then they'll be like, what? And then we have to explain like what it is.
We're going to like downtown Toronto tomorrow, okay? You got all types of people there. I guarantee you that us saying murder-free guarantee is not going to be the weirdest thing that person has heard that day.
I think it is.
But that's also what I love about that city. I love that like you get people from all walks of life. You get people from like all different kinds of like backgrounds, and like some people you're like, what are you actually talking about right now? But other people are cool, and like I don't know, I like it. I like a little bit of everything.
Pizzazz.
I like a little pizzazz. Pizzazzles.
Pizzazzle.
Yeah. That's going to be good. Yeah, we're going to be, by the time this podcast airs, it'll be done, but we're going to be at Big on Bloor tomorrow. Big on Bloor. 2 days in Toronto. The weather's supposed to be bad.
Which is, yeah, is bad.
That's like a drop. Burp.
Bloop.
Bloopity boop.
Boopily boop.
Boopity boop, papa. My name is Angela.
Yup.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Are you excited for the market? Except the part where it might rain.
Yeah, I'm nervous about the rain, but other than that, it's good. The one thing is though, so we did it last year, and my only thing last year is it's a great festival, and like they try to show off like a little bit of everything. So you have people like us who have booths where we're like, selling our like visual art, right? But you also have people like doing music and stuff, and they like a big group like marching up and down the street playing drums last year.
They were just like stuck in front of our booth.
Yeah, so that's the thing.
Yeah,
so
then nobody could come in.
They spent a full like hour walking up and down the street like playing drums, and the music was good. It's cool to see. But the issue is they would stop, and they stopped in front of our booth for like 10 or 15 minutes.
Yeah, and then nobody came in, and everybody was like, it's too loud. Yeah. And then that's time we could have sold like stuff, but we were just there like being like, we can't hear and no one can enter our booth.
Yeah.
And that was just like very non-productive.
Yeah. So that was interesting. But aside from that though, it was a great festival last year. We met cool people. We met someone who's like the manager of like a weed store, Shiva's Rose in Toronto. Great place to go if you're, 19 plus and that's your thing. I don't know what the rules are. But yeah, no, they really liked us last year. So they had a little like pop-up market they did, which we came back for. And then we're doing the same this year. So this weekend of July 15th and 16th, we're at Big on Bloor. And then Shiva's Roses next, which is July 23rd. And then I think we have a weekend off after. And then I think we're in Guelph and then Toronto. It's going to be cool. I like doing these markets.
Ka-chow.
They take a lot out of us, but it's always worth it, I think. And it's just cool to see people interact with you and hear about your art. And I love that, like, especially recently, you've been going more and more about, like, telling people the stories of your art.
Yeah.
Which was cool. And it was fun recording that last week. I just wish, if you're someone that actually watches these full episodes, I'm sorry about the audio last week. That was my fault. It's better now. We set up to record one day, and then we realized, let's just do it the next day instead. And we must have bumped something, and I should have checked. I should have double checked, which I didn't.
Yeah, Daniel.
But I muted my microphone. It is 100% on me. It's my job. But I muted my microphone. So that's why, like, when you hear your voice and it's just your voice, it's like clear. And then, like, I start to talk.
It's like echo.
Yeah, because our camera is like way back in the room. And it was with the cameras. Actually, no, it was with this camera's audio. That's why I used as much as I could. And then the camera died and I went to that one. But it should be better now. It should be fixed. I'll be more careful in the future.
Yeah, Daniel. Learn your lesson.
Yeah. But yeah, so editing that was interesting. And then I'm excited for our Collection 6 Part 2 video. I'm making good progress on it. It's not ready yet, but that one's going to be fun because it teases what our next collection is. And the next collection, you got one piece that's like coming along pretty far that you've been showing me.
Yeah. Which
is cool. There's things that look like other things. Like there's...
What are you trying to talk about?
I'm trying to say that there are characters that because of their placement, because of where they are in like this like new design, it looks like they're doing adult things and having a great time.
It was an accident.
I know that wasn't your intention, but like it happened. I think it happens in like 2 different spots in the picture.
Okay, but it was meant to look like a hug.
Hey, don't say what it is. Don't reveal anything about the art.
Okay.
Secrets. Speak abstractly. But
yeah.
Whatever. But it's always cool to see. I love watching that process. I love being a part of it too, like I like taking credit for your work. That's my big thing. What?
Oh, is this you yawned and then I yawned?
Yeah.
It's
contagious.
It's too much.
It's too much.
I saw you do it. Then my body went like, oh yes.
And then what else do we have? What's going on? How are you doing? What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on things?
On things?
On things.
Just getting all my ducks in line,
You've been saying that. You heard someone on TV or something talk about getting your ducks in a row.
I just don't know. I just don't understand why that's something that someone says. Like why that's a thing. Like the ducks in a row or something. Why is it ducks in the row? And why is it ducks? Why not something else? Why is it that people keep saying this kind of things about ducks?
I don't know.
Or is it like you ducks in line or?
Well, do you want them in a row? Because that's what they walk in a row. I think it's ducks in a row.
I don't remember.
I don't know about you, but I check myself too much, I think. Like I always double check things. Not to say I don't make mistakes because I definitely do. But I don't know. One thing that I think I should try to get better at if I can is like I'm constantly like double checking to see like, am I doing this right? Am I saying this right? That's something I always do.
Oh, I don't do that. I just the only thing I double check is at night if I lock the door.
Yeah. But like with me, like if I'm going to like write something out and it's like a phrase someone says, like it's raining cats and dogs, or like gotta get your ducks in a row, or people say that. Anyways, I will like Google it to see like, is this something that people say or did I make this up in my mind? Another thing too, when I was a child, I'm sorry if this is a little graphic. When I was a child, anytime that I went to use the washroom, I was like, especially in school, I was worried that maybe I was like hallucinating like the room and everything. And maybe I was like not going in a urinal, but maybe I was just like peeing like in the middle of my classroom or something. Like, has that ever been like a concern of yours? Because that like always throughout school, that was a concern of mine. Like, how do I
Like,
know? How do I know that any of this is real?
you
What
were
if it's my mind
afraid-
playing tricks on me?
You were afraid you were daydreaming?
Not like like what if it's fake? You know? What if my eyes are seeing like playing tricks? What if I'm not really there? What if I've gone crazy maybe? And I'm really like at my piano recital or something.
I feel like that's why I stopped watching
And-
Lost, because that's what it did to me. It was just like, what if you're not actually here and you're somewhere else and you're in an insane asylum and you're just imagining all of this and blah blah blah, and that's why I had to stop watching Lost.
Yeah, I used to with one of my old coworkers at my last place of employment. We had this like theory that like maybe we're not actually here, or maybe like this place that we're working at isn't real. Maybe we're both just like sitting down in some like mental hospital or something, staring off at a wall. It could be.
No.
But how do you know you're not like a brain in a jar? You don't. You can't prove it. You can't prove I'm real.
I hope that's not the case.
I think like as long as you don't know, it doesn't really matter.
But
But if you knew,
starts
if this is all a simulation,
what if you started seeing little tiny glimpses, then would you panic?
of the real world,
Yeah.
how would you know that you're seeing the real world though? I think reality is just consistency at the end of the day, right? The only reason why like we all say that this is real is because like it's what we have day after day after day after day after day, right? You go to bed, you wake up, it's still the same, right? Unlike a dream where like every time you enter a dream, it could be somewhere totally different. You know? I'll never stop doing that.
No, stop it.
But that's the thing though, like you don't know, but I think like it's fun to think about. I think it really is.
No.
But I don't think it matters unless if you like don't know.
Wait, unless you don't know what?
Or unless you know
I'm
like
confused now.
like if this is all fake,
Yeah.
like if you're not real, if this hand isn't real, it doesn't actually make a difference to me as someone who's experiencing that illusion unless if I know that it's not real, you know? Like whether you are like flesh and blood in front of me or whether you're like a hallucination or computer code or something like that, as long as like I don't know, it doesn't impact me. It's still the same.
What if I tell you, would you believe it?
Well, I want some proof. Because hey, Dan, this is all fake. I want some proof, but yeah. It's always been my thing with God too. Not God 2, the sequel to God. But like God as well. But I don't know, like I'm an atheist. And I don't believe that God exists. But at the end of the day, I don't know. Right? I don't know with a certainty that there is no God.
I
But
believe in aliens.
I also okay, great. But I also don't know with the certainty that you exist.
I do.
But I believe that you exist much more than I believe that God does. You know? You know what I mean? I feel like the whole God thing is just because like there's a big history. It's generation after generation. Your parents get you into it young as well, right? They go, when you start off in life, they're your source of information. They're like, what they say is right. You know, I used to get in arguments as a kid of like, my dad said this, so he's right. Well, my dad said this, and he's right, right?
Yeah.
And it's like both our dads can be wrong in this situation. But when you're growing up young and your parents say, you know, sky is blue, grass is green, God made you, flippity fleen, right? When they say that, I assume that you go, yeah, okay, yeah, you know? And you're more like susceptible to it compared to somebody who hears about it for the first time at age like 20 or something, you know? So I think that's why so many people believe. And I think there's a comfort in it too, right? This idea that we're all here for a purpose, and we go to this special little place in the clouds if we've been good, you know. But I don't want that. I don't want a little special place in the clouds.
Yeah, I wish there was cloud people. That would be cool. Like that we weren't like the only like weird like intelligent species here. Like there was like some weird cloud people that lived in the clouds.
Well, I mean,
and then they made
maybe
it rain.
there are. I don't.
Oh, and it needs to
I think
rain.
you want to be a cloud person. But I don't know. All I'm saying is like, I want to live a good life and then I want to die a good death, you know? And bim, bam, boom, that's it. You know? I want a good run.
Oh, no.
I don't want eternity.
I just want the aliens to come and get me.
Yeah, take you back home. I can see that. Monica, we have returned. No, one day you'll go back with the aliens. Back with your kind.
And then I'll live forever with my aliens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the other thing though. I can't I don't know for a fact that you're not secretly like some like shape-shifting alien. Ooh.
Ooh. Everyone out there, do you know if I'm an alien or not? Ooh.
Is MonicaAnalien.com.
Here at Monica News.
The Monica News.
Do you think that I'm an alien?
Flippity flu fla.
Oh, I'm just doing another mic for some
You're
reason.
doing what I do. You're doing what I do. See,
it's from you.
I've infected
it's your
you.
fault.
I've corrupted your mind.
Yeah, you've corrupted
I've corrupted your mind.
It's too late. My mind is corrupt. Save me
from
corruption.
Yeah. What else is going on? What else? The last podcast was our first one in like a month, so we were like, we have all these things.
We have all these things.
And I'm like, I got a few things. I got backpacks. The writer strike and the actor strike are going on at the same time, which I think is cool. Like I think
that means no more movies for a while.
Yeah, but I'm always up for like people, you know, doing what they can to get better treatment and to be treated fairly.
I feel like the actors are only striking because of the AI stuff.
No, there's a lot of stuff in there. Another big thing was healthcare, where I don't know, there's certain requirements. Oh no, a lot of it is about residuals for like streaming. So, and I'm not well researched on this, so don't quote anything that I'm saying, okay? And please, nobody take notes. But my understanding is that
I'm taking notes.
Yeah, my understanding is that a part of the Screen Actors Guild, which is the big union that like most actors are in the States. I don't know if it goes for Canada too. I don't think so. I don't know. Anyways, if someone comes up to you and says, Monica, we want you to be in our new TV show, and it is going to be on this cable, you know, TV channel, right? You go, yes, I'll do it. And then you act. You get paid for your acting that day, but you also get residuals. You also get paid for, you know, times that like the episode plays on TV and reruns and yada, 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 all that stuff, okay? So if it's like cable, if it's broadcast, you get your residuals. You get payment after just that first day. Right, you still get stuff. But if it's streaming, so if it's going on Netflix, Disney Plus, that kind of stuff,
then you don't get paid?
You don't get paid. You get paid for your time acting, but it's not a requirement that these studios have to pay actors for residuals. And the writer's strike also went on strike regarding streaming as well. So a lot of it is about like these streaming platforms.
But like if they started paying every time somebody how would it work if they started paying like everyone? every time they stream.
Someone streams, and then, you know, the actor gets like a penny or something, or whatever it might be. I don't know the amount, but enough people watch and it pays off. Like, I've met people who have told me that, oh, I was in this movie like years and years ago and I still get checks from it, right? That kind of thing. And it's not like that's not there with other things. Like, musicians don't get nearly what they should from streaming platforms, but they do get something, right? Like, if you listen to an artist on Shopify, on Spotify, they're getting money from you listening to them, you know? Spotify's paying them out. But it's not necessarily the case when it comes to actors. Not saying that's never the case, but it's not like a requirement. And I'm all for unions. I want to see as many places unionized as can be, you know? I'm all for workers' rights. And yeah, it's cool to see. And especially like Bob Iger, he's the CEO of Disney. He did a recent interview where he talks about how, you know, like, the actors are being unreasonable and this and this and this, and like, we gave them a good deal and they won't take it, and what they want, like, just isn't possible. But he also makes $70,000 a day. Every day.
Wow.
That's a lot of money.
Like,
that's more than like you and I made like in our most profitable year working and yada yada yada. Right? That's more than our household income for a year.
That's too much.
Yeah, because that's US buckaroos too. The big bucks. So that's insane. He makes it like every single day. And he's saying...
Oh, every single day?
Every day.
I thought you said month.
No, every day. Every day he makes 70 grand.
That's bad.
Yeah. And
why doesn't he give some away?
Because that's not how this works.
But why shouldn't the government... the government should force him to pay up.
Yeah,
Give us some money.
I'm all... Well, we wouldn't get them. We're not...
No, just
we're
like
not
American people.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. I think
like
that, the crazy wealthy should be taxed higher for sure.
Yeah, I feel like that's the only way that they're ever gonna solve poverty.
He's not going to like voluntarily give it all away, or not give it all, but give. I'm sure he donates to charities, but I also say charities are more of like a tax haven for like the rich, and a lot of people will like donate to a lot of the rich people in the U.S. donate to politicians who are going to keep taxes low. That's another huge part of it too. I don't know. This isn't a politics podcast, but yeah, I don't know. I think one other interesting thing is they brought up the idea of scanning background actors, paying them for a day, and then being able to use that person's likeness for the end of time.
Yeah, that's very like scary sounding. Yeah. Like that's like AI stuff right there.
Yeah, but I think like you can reshape it so it's a great idea, right? You can reshape it so, but just have it so that those people get every time they're used. You know, you can license it out, right? So they get payment every time it's put in something new, or maybe every time that it plays, or something like that, right? Like we do that with other stuff. Like we do that with like audio recordings. If you want to get like a recording of like studio laughter or ha 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 ha, you know, it's not like they have like a live studio audience like every single time and like that's the only option. Like they can also just pay someone and like, you know. So I think it should be the same. But I think it's cool. I love the idea of like AI making content. I'm a huge fan of the idea of a UBI. I think the sooner we get one, the better. But I'm totally cool with robots taking jobs as long as that means that everybody benefits from it, you know? And if you love your work and if you take like meaning and fulfillment from your work, then I think you should be able to just do that, still do it anyways, right? But maybe it's a hobby now because you're already getting money. You're already getting money for the work that the robots are doing.
Yeah.
Anyways, you know me. I can talk about robots all day.
I know. That's
bleep,
why if no one stops you, you'll become a robot. Bleep, bloop, blop.
Yeah.
You'll replace all your parts, all your human parts for like robot parts.
Probably. That sounds like me.
And then you'll be like, instead of like drinking water, you'll be like drinking oil and you like splashing it all over yourself.
Yeah.
Be like, I'm brand new. Whoop-de-doo.
Whoop-de-doo-da. Well, you just finished the movie Robots, right?
Yeah.
Because I keep doing this thing where late at night, I'll be like, oh, I want to watch this whole Disney movie. And I play 10 minutes of it. And then I exit and I'm like, okay, time for bed. And then like the movies I like jokingly start, I come down the next day and I see you're like watching and you're finishing. I think it's great.
Finish your job.
We have a new system.
You gotta finish what you started.
We've done that with The Bug's Life, with Robots.
I didn't remember Bug's Life.
I don't remember that movie at all.
I didn't remember it at all. For some reason, my mind made up all these parts in the movie that are not in the movie.
Oh my God, you got to write them down then. I want to know your version of Bug's Life. Can you go over like the bullet notes?
I watched it. I watched it all, and I was like, "Where are all these parts?
What are the parts?
All these
Explain
parts
to me.
are missing.
Tell me what parts were in Bug's Life in your mind.
Oh, there's this part where like I thought this bug is on fire, but like he's burnt. But I thought it was this other bug, but it.
Oh, so you're just mixing up details. You're not making like whole new scenes.
Details. And then like I thought there was a campfire scene, but when I watched it, I didn't see that part unless I like blinked and I missed it. I don't understand. I don't know.
It's okay. It's okay,
I
Monica.
thought there was a campfire
Do not
scene.
fret. Do not fro. It's okay, don't you know?
Yeah, and then the robot thing, you only remembered one line of it. I know this town like the back of my hand.
Yeah, that's the only thing I remember from it. Yeah. That was a good line with Robin Williams.
You played it till that
scene. I was like, I'm satisfied.
Like, okay, let's go to bed.
Yeah. We've seen enough. We've done enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good times. Good times. But I don't think it's time for robots, Monica.
What time is it then?
What time is it, Monica?
What time is it? Oh my God! What time is it?
It's drawing time!
It's drawing time! Are you dying? Drawing time is too much for Daniel.
It's dying time. So, for those of you who don't know, drawing time is the time when we draw. We wrote ideas down on the squid head, all from TikTok comments we've gone on our previous drawing time videos. If you have an idea that you want us to draw, comment it below, and we might pick it next time. All right, Monica, shake the hat. Aww. And I will pick something. Shake, Monica. Shake. Shake.
I'm shaking now.
Shake the hat.
I gotta fulfill my shaking duties.
I love you and your shaking duties. Okay. And
I
I'm going to pick.
you.
I pick this one. I pick this one.
Ow.
I pick.
Stop stabbing me with your hand.
I've chosen. When a chicken realizes it's eating chicken.
Oh no.
A little bit of cannibalism. Not our first experience with cannibalism. Won't be our last.
Yeah, remember the cannibal pickle?
Oh, yeah, that too.
What other cannibal thing?
We don't talk about it.
Oh. Yellow? Are we doing yellow?
It was all yellow.
It was all
Get
yellow.
the stars. How they shine for you.
Yellow.
And it was all yellow.
Yellow.
I love that. Look up on TikTok the Somewhere Only We Know, but with the droid from Star Wars, the B-1 battle droid. I'm loving those AI covers. I know they're controversial, but I'm a big fan. A chicken realizes it's eating chicken.
I'm thinking
too.
I'm thinking.
Does KFC have like a bucket on the roof? That's a thing, right?
A what?
Don't some KFCs have like a big like bucket thing coming out the roof?
Who knows?
I was hoping you would.
I think so.
Oh my god, my chicken looks horrible. What colors are oh, they can be brown, right? I can be brown, I can be blue. I can be violet sky.
Oh.
I could be hurtful. Just like that. I could be purple, I could be anything you like. Do chickens have red beaks?
Depends what kind of chicken.
I am done, and mine is better than yours. Read it and weep. Weep while you read. Do some reading, do some weeping, and you will be soon be peeping on my thing.
I'm ready.
Okay. You want to show yours first, or you want to see mine first?
Yours.
Okay. So there's a lot going on with mine, okay? Here's the order to read it. So first of all, we're at this KFC. It's been a while since I've like been to like KFC, but I remember, I think it's like red lines going up. Anyways, not the point. So this guy right here, here's our chicken right here. He's sitting at KFC. He's going, this is delicious. I wonder what's in it. You know, he's got the bucket. He's sitting down at a table. He's having a great time. Loves the food. Loves the food. Here's a mourning widow. You can see she's like a mourning widow because she's wearing like kind of like funeral stuff, you know,
No.
Dressed all dark. She's got the hat with, you can kind of see my fine details. She's got the little veil. So you say, this is delicious. I wonder what's in it. And she's saying, that was my husband, you monster. And he's saying, oh God. And then here's God up here. It's the voice of the chicken god. And it's saying, you're going to chicken hell. And then last but not least, we got right here, you know who that is, Monica? It says,
KFC guy.
Colonel Sanders strikes again. So he's jumping off his own building with a sword.
A knife?
With a sword. Because he's gotta restock. He needs a little more.
No.
And so the cycle of violence continues.
Oh no.
So this is mine. It's the best one. So when you vote in the comments, this is the one to vote for. Now let's see Monica's.
So this guy here, he's like, say yummy, 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 I got yum in my tummy. And he's like, he's loving it. And then this guy has like fiery eyes, and he's like, oh my God, I'm going to hell.
It says burn in hell.
Oh, he's gonna burn in hell. He says, oh my God, I'm gonna burn in hell.
So this chicken knows, but this chicken doesn't know yet? Or this chicken does know and doesn't care?
He does know and he doesn't care, and he's saying, yummy, yummy, I got yum in my tummy.
That's so sad. That's so sad, Monica. All right, well, you know the drill by now. So who drew it best, and what should we draw next? Comment below. Do you like Dan's? Do you like Monica's? Do you like Dan's? Or do you like Monica's? Let us know in the comments, and let us know what we should draw next, and we'll throw it in the squid head.
Yes.
This has been the one,
the only
Danica Daycast.
Yeah, that's right.
Episode 24. We hope you guys have enjoyed. We hope your ears are happier with this one than the last one. Yeah, you got any closing remarks?
Visit our website at danicadaydreams.ca or .com.
Oh, yeah.
If you're in the U.S. and get your order today. Get it in.
Seriously, do look. 'Cause some stuff like this one right here, I think we only have like one of these left, and we may or may not order more for the t-shirt. But we'll see. So order our stuff. Collection 6, the alien art is out. We hope you all like it. We hope you've enjoyed this. And follow us on TikTok for daily clips.
Yes.
Which aren't so daily lately because we're busy doing markets, but you know what I mean. And
vote for me.
And vote for Monica, or vote for me. Vote for Dan. You know the right choice.
No.
There's more of a story here, more of a plot. It's like multifaceted.
But in this one, they're enjoying a lovely meal.
This has been the Danica Daycast. Bibbidi bop bop boop. Goodbye.
Goodbye.